back to the Right Nurse. As you've seen in the title, I will be giving you my top 4 tips to getting an A in anatomy and physiology. If you want to know what those top 4 tips are, please continue watching. Alright guys, just to give you like a little background into my program, the prerequisites was A&P1 and A&P2. So they didn't have anatomy and physiology like combined into like a big class. We had to take 2 separate classes. And I received an A in both classes. The tips that I'm about to give you guys, I followed to the T. It worked for me and I'm sure it will work for you guys. So I'm just going to jump right into tip number 1. So tip number 1 is probably the most important tip. So I would say is to know your learning style. Are you an auditory learner? Are you a visual learner? Are you a tactile learner? Like, that is so important and will cut your study time in half, knowing your learning style. How do you retain the information the most? How do you actually learn the information? Like, that is like really important. What I'm going to do is insert a website in the description box that you guys can take. And it's like a little quick quiz to see like what's your best learning style. And once you get that information, go off of that so that way you know. So by knowing your learning style, it's easier for you to take notes. So if you know that you're an auditory learner, you want to make sure that you record all the lectures. If you know that you're a tactile learner, then maybe you just need to rewrite your notes. You know, keep rewriting your notes to retain the information. I know for me personally, I am an auditory learner and a visual learner. So I record all of my lectures, especially since my teacher, she would drop like little nuggets and give us like easy ways to remember things that necessarily weren't in the notes. So I like to record so I can go back and listen to those notes. So the second tip I will mention is to create your own notes and make sure you review lecture information before you go to class. So for example, I don't know about other schools, but most teachers actually give you like a PowerPoint outline or like an actual outline. So if your teacher gives you PowerPoint outlines, there is a way that you can convert those into just like a regular outline. Because sometimes looking at all those 50 million PowerPoints trying to flip the pages is annoying. But there is a way that you can go in and actually convert your PowerPoint into an actual outline. So that I would say is really helpful because it kind of condenses all the information for you without having like 20 pages of PowerPoints. You also want to make sure that you skim the information and read the outline or look at the PowerPoint or whatever before class. This really helps you get an idea of like what your teacher's going to be teaching you for that class period. It also gives you an opportunity to mark up your outline for what you may have questions about or what you maybe need a little more clarity on. So it is good to make sure that you look at the information before class. You don't want to go to class and be completely clueless because you're not like utilizing or maximizing your time with the teacher. So you really want to just go to class, make sure you have an idea, review the information first, so that way if you have questions or anything, you can ask those in class with the teacher. My third tip is to create a designated study space. I don't care if it's your library, your room, Panera Bread, Starbucks, Barnes & Noble. Just make sure whatever study space you have, make sure that you are comfortable in it, that you don't have any distractions, that you're able to just focus. Like, that is so important because trying to study with a bunch of stuff around you and things are just going to distract you, you're not going to retain the information. Hell, you're not even going to study, honestly. So it's really good to make sure you have that study space. So for me, my study space is my room. I get easily distracted, like being out when people walking around and talking, like my mind will go from one thing to the next. So I always do all of my studying in my room. It's quiet, my phone goes on silent, and I'm able to just dive into the information. Everything is here, all of my books, my computer, everything that I need. So it's not like, you know, sometimes you may go out to like the library, you may forget something at home. Like, personally, I just like being at home because I'm comfortable. I can have a messy bun, you know, whatever, sweatpants on and just chill. So I personally prefer my room, but for you guys, I would say find a study space that you are comfortable in and that you can actually focus. So tip number 4 is review, review, and review. Review the information day in and day out. Like, anatomy and physiology is not like nursing. It's all fact-based. Those questions are fact-based. So you either know it or you don't. So just review the information. This goes back to your learning style. So for example, if you're a visual learner, Look at the pictures, look at the outline. If you are an auditory learner, record yourself reading your notes out loud, or just keep repeating your outline or your notes out loud. That's what I did. So for example, I looked at a lot of videos. I also read my notes out loud like 50 million times, and that's how I retain the information, by speaking out loud and talking to myself basically, and asking myself questions. And guess what? It worked, because I got an A. If you're a tactile learner, rewriting your notes. For me, this never really worked because, one, I just felt like my hand would get cramped up, and rewriting it out just doesn't help me. But for a lot of people, that works. So just rewriting your notes, whether it's in color. I know using gel pens and things really help because color sticks out to you. It's kind of easier to remember to write different things in different colors. So I know that may work for some. So just rewriting your notes. But like I said, you need to review. Like, review the information as much as you can. So I do have a bonus tip for you guys. I would probably say that this definitely helped me get an A in both A&P1 and A&P2. Like, these really just, you know, really did it for me. It really did it for me. No, seriously though. Like, this tip I'm about to give you is golden, okay? So if you are an auditory learner, a visual learner, whatever type learner, the YouTube channel is called Crash Course. When I tell you guys, I live by this YouTube channel for A&P1 and 2, is the fact that my attention span sometimes is not the longest, and I just want to get to the important information and be over with it. So these videos are really entertaining because the guy, he speaks kind of fast, but you're still able to understand the information, and it's in like cartoon, so maybe like, I don't know, maybe I'm a kid at heart, but it's in like cartoon characters, and he literally hits all of the important information, and he gives you things that's easy to remember. So it's not like a teacher like sitting up there lecturing you, pointing to this, pointing to that. Like, no, like it's actually like a little cartoon, and the information is presented, it's funny, it's quick. Like, I'll probably say the videos are probably like 5 minutes long on average, maybe like 7, but when I tell you guys, he hits on all of the information that was on my teacher's outlines that I needed to know. Yeah. Like, I remembered his stuff. Like, I remember those YouTube videos more than I remembered her lecture. So when I tell you guys, check out Crash Course on YouTube channel and put in like anatomy and physiology, or put in like the different things that you're learning that you need to know for your test. And they have those videos, and they are so helpful. You guys have to check them out. If you're struggling A&P, just give it a try. Look at some of those videos and just keep looking at them and let me know what you guys think. Like, those videos are A1. Also, a part of the bonus tip number 5 is Picmonic. So I spoke about Picmonic in the video. I talk about different apps for nursing school. I'll have that linked above. So I go into more detail on Picmonic and everything, and that's for actual nursing school. So this is more for the prereqs, but just to let you know, like, Picmonic is also amazing for prerequisites as well, such as A&P. So there's a lot of information on there that you will be learning in class that's on Picmonic. So those lessons as well are maybe like a minute to like 2 minutes long, and they give you funny little characters. It's in cartoon. Maybe I'm still a kid at heart, but it's in cartoon, but it gives you little characters and little mnemonics and things that make it easy for you to know the information, know the important information, and for you to retain it. It also provides you quizzes at the end to quiz yourself. So that is definitely a bonus, because the only way to really know if you know the information is to quiz yourself. So those little quizzes they give you at the end are very helpful. Another reason I love Picmonic is that it's an app. So there's Picmonic on YouTube, but the app also is amazing because you can have it on your phone and take it on the go. Like I said, the lessons are really short, so if you're like standing in line at the market, or getting your nails done, those things are so short and easy. You can knock out about 5 of them in at least 10 minutes because that's how easy they are. I recommend Picmonic and Crash Course for A&P 1 and 2. If you want to succeed, check out those YouTube videos and download the Picmonic app and see how you like it. Give it a try. But I hope these tips were helpful to you guys. I literally followed all 5 of these tips, and bam, I got an A in both A&P1 and A&P2. So I hope these tips were helpful, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.